I'm back. This is AJ, and I am once again excited to come to you today. We're actually in a new year, and so therefore it's so befitting for us to start off the new year right, which is in a place of having an open mind, an open heart, and a willingness to engage in on the pathway so that things can reach the highest potential, not only just for ourselves, but also other people who we are engaged with within our community environmental setting. So, with that, I am going to be coming to you on Tuesdays and Thursdays and bringing you insight, concepts, and talking about perspectives of life. And my focus is to assist not only in on my own personal growth, uh, but also to assist you as you seek to reach your full potential. I say that because many people will ask, well, when you come, who is it for? Well, it's for everyone because all of us are interconnected as it relates to age and time as we move through life. There are thoughts in our minds, there are decisions that are made based on those thoughts that impact our pathway and those who are exposed to the situations that are presented through our actions. So it's important now to understand that as I come, that this is for everyone because, first of all, it's for me. I say that once again because in order for me to assist in the movement of someone else, the information has to be processed through me. And when I come forward and discuss aspects of life, growth, and uh, progression, and success, and achievement, transition, transformation, things of that nature, I have walked that pathway. And I am walking that pathway as we speak. And I allow myself to remain receptive to new information. I allow myself to remain open so that situations can unfold a deeper, more in depth perspective about myself and who I am, and me coming into the knowledge of who I am as it relates to what I am definitely called to do in this particular life. It's important now because who is it for? It's for the child. Oftentimes, many children they are left to fend for themselves, not just and as it relates to someone trying to bully them. That's not what we're talking about. But as it relates to understanding and understanding what they have observed and what it really means, and how do they apply it to life and their interaction with children of their age, and how do they build communication in a constructive manner so that they can be able to have the proper etiquette, if you will, as it relates to interacting with people and presenting themselves in a manner that's going to be received by others, not in a position where someone is just trying to tolerate the person because of their actions. We're in a place where we have to be about coming together, and how we come together is to utilize information not to the detriment, but to the betterment of all people. So, who is this for? It's definitely for the child. As the child is seeking to move through life and those stages of growth so that he or she can definitely come into one's own and to understand his or her purpose in life and to be able to express that purpose in a way that that individual's self-worth will be realized and others will recognize that particular child's uniqueness as he or she moves through life. Once again, now it's for the child, it's also for the teenager. As an individual moves through that stage of life, and oftentimes, as you know, I've been a teenager before, and really in a school setting, I recall we Oftentimes we try to present ourselves as cooler than what we really were. It's like, oh, I know that, and in all essence, you really didn't know. That's very interesting, and I'm sure that that is happening today. And matter of fact, I know that it is, as I talk to many youth, and as they express in a joking manner that they will tell me like, well, I just told them that I knew, but in actuality, I had to go and ask someone the question, what were they talking about? So this is important because we want the teenagers to be in a situation where peer pressure is not the rule of the day. And so therefore, there's a deeper perspective of a teenager being able to stand on one's 2 feet and be able to make a decision to say that if someone is trying to push him or her down a pathway that is not becoming to one's future, that individual can stand up and say, hey, I know who I am. I know who I desire to be. I am somebody. I am unique. I am someone who has a potential that is unrealized right now, but it will be realized as time moves forward. And I continue to engage in my educational pursuit. And I begin to fill my mind up with information. And I'm able to then in turn test that information and be able to transition into a place where I'm of influence. That's definitely a good thing. And I know any teenager who is listening to this, they should be excited about that. And I know any parent will be excited about that as well. So who is this for? It's for the child, it's for the teenager, and also it's for the adult. It's for the adult. And it doesn't matter the age of the adult. Whether you're seasoned as relates to time and you have matriculated through life and you're at a point where you're 50, 60, 70, or even 80 years of age, we have to understand that growth is always available and growth never grows old. We also have to realize that the opportunity to grow is never distant from anyone. That's important. Because too often we find ourselves in a place where we will lock into tradition. And tradition, I'm saying that not from a historical standpoint, but tradition as it relates to what you know in the present. That can become your tradition. And you move forward based on your current knowledge and feel that's the end all be all. But there's still a greater level of understanding to be achieved. And I'm here to walk with you, for us to walk together on this pathway so that we can acquire this information, this insight, and be able to be impactful as it relates to our personal lives, our family interaction within our educational settings, interaction on our job, professional settings, interaction in our churches and our faith-based communities, interaction in the coalition, in the community entities that we find ourselves a part of, whether it be sororities, fraternities, whether it be just some organizations that we have come to feel where we connect. But all in all, it's about people coming together and utilizing information so that information can be utilized as a strategy, not to manipulate and to move things in a negative direction or to move things from a perspective of selfishness, but to move information in such a way where it doesn't move people away from each other. It doesn't separate, but it brings the fragmentation. It brings things together so that people can be able to understand that as I see you, we definitely are alike. We have something in common. And what we have in common first and foremost is that we're human beings pushing forward on this pathway of life, seeking, pursuing, connecting to people, communicating, finding ways to work through challenges, appreciating the achievements, but realizing that that's not all. There's more. Working through the pain, putting our arms around each other to say, hey, you're not in this alone. There's someone here who has experienced that situation, something like that. Matter of fact, there's someone who may not have experienced that exact situation, but they have been connected to people who have. And so they've been able to be impactful as it relates to giving them a positive word, a word of encouragement. So that's what I'm about. I'm about this perspective and me coming to you as it relates to bringing people together. So I hope that as you listen to these segments on a weekly basis, that you will not only just review the segment and for yourself, but to definitely share it. Share these segments because they can be instrumental in someone turning the page and going to that next chapter in one's life. Not being afraid to do that because there's always something on the other side. But the question is, are you willing to go there? As a matter of fact, time is going to push you there irregardless of what you think anyway. So why not be in a position where you have something in your arsenal, information, insight, moving that knowledge into a place of wisdom by testing it, stepping into the ring, taking those blows, but realizing that, hey, you have the endurance, and the endurance is increased over time as you continue to work through every situation that you have. Connect to the resources. I want to be a resource for you. I want to assist in all the additional resources that you have so that everything can come together. The puzzle can come together so that you can see the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is that you are more than what you have been presented as. You are more than where you're currently standing. There's a bigger place for you to function. There's a bigger stage for you to operate on. That's why we're here. That's who this is for. It's for everyone. And as we move through this year, as I have stated to you always, as you wake up every single day, you have to say to yourself, today is a new day. And you know it. Today is a new me. Until next time, this is AJ. Have a great day and look forward to a great year.